It's, as I say, we didn't know we were a strange family. We were strange in other ways. That kind of worked for us. We were the first Western magical bookshop in the world. The history is a long and proud one, really. We're central to the development of the Western mysteries in Europe and around the world, primarily London, of course, for the last nearly 100 years. I keep an interest in witchcraft. It is my chosen religion because I think it would be immoral to have a shop like this and not be involved with it and not believe in it and not have at least a deep interest in esoteric subjects. So much has happened here, things like witchcraft being illegal till 1951, and then the big witch trial during the Second World War had re-established the world of witchcraft in people's minds. This book, High Magic's Aid, this was done in 1949 when the coven of Gerald Gardner was meeting here in Atlantis, and because of the big witchcraft trial, and because of witchcraft still being illegal, they published it from here, so people had an address to write to. But Michael Houghton did it in his own name, not in his publishing company's name, not in the shop's name, in case that he got raided, in case they got shut down, in case he could have lost everything. This limited the liability. Our founder, Michael Houghton, agreed to the witches meeting in our room downstairs before it was illegal. Now, we could have been raided, we could have been closed down, or, the shop could have finished at that point. He was very brave in putting his business on the line for a religion he then believed in. An awful lot of fake history has been written about it. In essence, it was a religion that was governed by the moon and the sun and the pattern of the year. There are times to reap and times to sow. There are times when the majority of the babies would be born. There are times when you can't work. And so that governed us. People had a greater awareness of the night sky and to have this total respect for Mother Nature so you don't overwork the land. Then from there, when you have a settled community, you have times to make it more spiritual. I live my belief very simply in lots of ways. You can make anything as complicated as you like to. Mine is a very personal, largely internal religion to some extent, but I still make my observances at home. I do little ceremonies to mark what the moon is doing. If I have some work to do, I try and do it at the correct time. If the moon is waxing and you want to gain something, when the energy is coming up, you use the energy then. When the moon is waning is a good time to get rid of something. I believe that the dead still speak if you give them the opportunity to. It's them saying, I'm all right, darling, I'm okay. Stick with it. It's them gently contacting us from beyond the grave. And my father had been dead 30 years before he contacted me. And I heard his voice as clearly as I can hear mine now. And I wasn't expecting it, I wasn't looking for it, I was driving along a motorway at the time. But it happens. I believe also in reincarnation. It gives you an opportunity to get right things you got hideously wrong, and also to get wrong things you got right, I guess. But in essence, we believe that we go forward. Forward is a very positive motion. And because everything is cyclic, it happens with our souls as well. When I came to work here, I was amazed to find the experiences I'd had. There were shelves of books about it. There was a name for this weird stuff that had happened. It's like finding a fabulous author who's written as many books as you want them to have written, that you never run out of interest. The whole world is aware of the possibility of magic now, which I think is absolutely marvellous.